Enable. The Changemakers in association with CNBC TV18.
Hello and welcome to the Changemakers exclusively on CNBC TV18. I'm Ritu Bhandari. In this series, we bring you compelling stories of the commendable work done at the grassroots level by some of the organizations across India as part of their CSR initiatives. The United Nations laid out the Sustainable Development Goals in the year 2015, and ever since, India has made efforts to pursue these goals in a holistic and sustainable manner. The Indian government has made significant policy changes to push corporate India to contribute towards socio-economic development at the bottom of the pyramid. And many organizations and individuals are committed to bringing in positive change and innovation to achieve these sustainable development goals, and we call them the Changemakers. Our Changemaker on today's episode is one of the world's leading packaging and processing solutions provider for liquid food, Tetra Pak. Through its various CSR initiatives, Tetra Pak has committed itself to supporting the Sustainable Development Goals laid out by the United Nations, while also focusing on building a low-carbon, circular economy. Let's take a look at how Tetra Pak is working towards creating a sustainable recycling ecosystem.
Over 6 decades ago, an idea that changed the way the world buys, consumes, and stores food was born in Sweden. Today, Tetra Pak is one of the world's leading packaging and processing solutions providers for liquid food, committed to making food safe and available everywhere. The company is also committed to doing so while minimizing the environmental impact of its operations. In the mid-1980s, Tetra Pak entered India. And has since become synonymous not just with food safety but also environmental sustainability. Tetra Pak has committed itself to supporting the UN SDGs, especially SDG 12 and 13 that focus on responsible consumption and combating climate change. Their approach to supporting the SDGs focuses on promoting a low-carbon circular economy, relying less on fossil and finite materials on the one hand, while finding ways to keep materials in use longer on the other.
The Tetra Pak brand promise is protects what's good, and that's exactly what this package does. The primary function of this package is to protect the food from 3 or 4 different things that are the enemies of the food. For example, air or sunlight or dust. So we have these 7 layers, we call it 7-layer protection, which is primarily packaging material, which is paper board, which prevents the sunlight from hitting the product inside. It also keeps the dust outside. It also doesn't allow anything to ingress. And then we have a bit of aluminum foil, which also helps protect the food inside. So that's what's the primary purpose of this package is.
The need for an ecosystem approach and working with different stakeholders has been key to Tetra Pak's success in increasing collections and recycling of used beverage cartons, in positively impacting millions of lives in the process.
At Tetra Pak, we are taking our circular economy approach very seriously. I think today a lot of the conversation is still around linear economy and recycling. We believe the future is circular, and at Tetra Pak our circular economy approach is really about make the consumers aware so that they understand their responsibility and they also collect the cartons and deposit them so that they can be recycled. Then on our part it's very important that we build the value chain, which means that we find collection agencies as well as recyclers, and we make sure that there's a lot of collaboration with partners in order to make sure that the recycling rates go up. We have built our used cartons collection and recycling ecosystem over the past 16 years here in India. Today our ecosystem extends over 25 cities, covering 20 states. And I'm very pleased to report that today 1 out of every 2 used carton or Tetra Pak carton in India gets collected and recycled.
Tetra Pak cartons are paper-based and fully recyclable and can be converted into useful products if collected efficiently. The fundamental challenge in India's waste landscape, however, is the lack of segregation of waste at the source, which in turn affects the efficient recovery of recyclables. The most important players in this equation are the consumers, supported by the local municipal bodies. Alag Karo, Har Din Teen Bin is a program that aims to address this very challenge.
Alag Karo program has been a 3-year program in Gurugram, and over these 3 years we have been able to do source segregation in more than 22,000 households. We have looked at Cyber City as the commercial establishment. We have spread awareness and sensitized kids in 39 schools. And of course we worked with waste workers also to help them understand how to best handle segregated waste, to look at their own personal hygiene. There is like a daily 50 tons of waste that is being so segregated. In residential areas itself, it is about 34 tons. And out of these 34 tons, 8.8 ton is getting composted daily. That means it's directly diverting itself from the landfill. So that is like the impact that the program has brought around in this 3 years' time.
On that note, it's time to slip into a short break right now. On the other side, we take a look at how Tetra Pak has kept the waste pickers community at the center of its environmental sustainability initiatives. Stay with us on The Changemakers, exclusively on CNBC TV18.
The Changemakers, in association with CNBC TV18.
Welcome back to The Changemakers, only on CNBC TV18. It is estimated that over 62 million tons of solid waste are generated every day in India, out of which nearly 19 million tons remain uncollected. Companies have been trying to mobilize all stakeholders to help them reduce their carbon footprint, but the progress has been rather slow. Tetra Pak's Go Green initiative is aimed at creating awareness among consumers about the recycling of used paper-based beverage cartons. The initiative's mobilization efforts have also given schools and public spaces a new lease of life. Take a look.
Consumer awareness and motivation can be a game changer in increasing recycling. Started in 2010, Go Green with Tetra Pak is a program by Tetra Pak in association with the environmental organization RUR Green Life and cooperative retail chain Sahakari Bhandar and Reliance Fresh Stores that has been motivating Mumbaikars to deposit used cartons at the nearest deposit points set up across the city. The collected cartons are then recycled and converted into school desks, garden benches and more. This program has been going strong and completes 10 years in June 2020.
We have a theory which we believe in, that when a store becomes a good member of the society, commerce also flourishes. So it is very important for a store to connect with the community and be a good member of the society. So we were thinking about various initiatives that could connect us with the consumers and the local members who come to shop. One of them was this initiative of recycling of Tetra Paks.
Through the Go Green with Tetra Pak, we have been able to enable consumers to deposit their empty Tetra Pak cartons in any location across the city of Mumbai. There are over 44 public collection centers which are at the Reliance Fresh, Reliance Smart and Sarkari Bhandar stores. This way, consumers can participate in recycling program, and the Go Green with Tetra Pak initiative has brought in a behavioral shift and made consumers agents of change, because they look now at cartons as a resource. And I'm really happy that we've been part of a 10-year program now. We're completing in 2020. It's our 10th anniversary, and we're proud to be part of a legacy where we've created a recycling revolution in the city and enabled a lot of people to participate. Our key milestones, where we measure how the program has evolved under two campaigns: our Cartons Le Aao, Classroom Banao campaign, where we have donated over 300 school desks, fully recycled from Tetra Pak cartons, to needy children, and that's really a big milestone for us. And under our Bin Se Bench Tak campaign, we have donated over 150 garden benches, again fully recycled from Tetra Pak cartons, back into the community.
I'm a regular at Sarkari Bhandar and Reliance Fresh stores. So while shopping over there, I actually came across this Tetra Pak bench once and Tetra Pak bin. So I was very inquisitive and I found out that you can actually deposit your cartons over there. And so what I started doing, I was excited because I'm a passionate environmentalist myself. So what I started doing was I started cleaning and cutting and flattening my cartons, and try to spread the word to my friends and my family as well. And I started, every time I used to go there, I used to come and deposit my cartons at the bin over there. I mean, this kind of motivated me because I was actually seeing my green activity take shape into something else, which is, for a larger and a different cause altogether.
While consumers are important catalysts to increasing recycling, the backbones of this entire value chain are the waste pickers. And this is why the well-being of this community and their social and economic upliftment is a big part of Tetra Pak's environmental sustainability initiatives.
बाल विकास धारा और टेट्रा पैक कंपनी जब 2011 में एक ही साथ आए तो हमने तय किया कि कूड़ा बीनने वाले लोग दिल्ली एनसीआर में जहाँ भी रहते हैं, उनके बच्चे स्कूल से वंचित है, शिक्षा से बाहर है, उन बच्चों को हम शिक्षित करना है और शिक्षा के मुख्य धारा में जोड़ना है। साथ साथ उनके बच्चों की स्वास्थ्य सुविधाएं और उनके परिवार के माता पिताओं का स्वास्थ्य का ध्यान रखने का ये भी हम लोग ने एक प्लानिंग में रखा। साथ ही जब ये लोग कूड़ा बीनते हैं, कूड़ा बीनने का काम को कैसे सुरक्षित रखा जाए ताकि उनका रोजगार सुनिश्चित रहे, और उनके जो रोजगार होगा तो उनके घर में खुशहाली होगी। इसलिए हम लोग ने कुछ प्रोग्राम बनाया, जैसे बच्चों को पढ़ाने के लिए नॉन फॉर्मल एजुकेशन सेंटर और साथ में रेमिडियल, यानी कि इसका अर्थ होता है जो बच्चे स्कूल नहीं जाते हैं वो बच्चे सुबह पढ़ने आते हैं, एक साल पढ़ने के बाद संस्था बाल विकास धारा उन्हें लेकर सरकारी स्कूल में दाखिला करवाती है, फिर उन्हीं बच्चों को दोपहर के शिफ्ट में बुलाती है ताकि उनको फ्री में ट्यूशन दिया जा सके, बच्चा ड्रॉप आउट ना हो और बच्चा अपने पढ़ाई कंटिन्यू कर सके।
बाल विकास धारा से अर्चना मैडम आई और मुझे कूड़ा बीनते हुए देखा और मुझसे पूछा कि बेटा आप ये काम क्यों करते हो, तो मैंने बोला इससे मुझे पैसे मिलते हैं। तो मैडम ने मुझे कहा कि बेटा अभी आपकी पढ़ने की उम्र है, आप पढ़ना चाहोगे? तो मैंने बोला हाँ। फिर मैडम को अपना मम्मी से मिलवाया, फिर मम्मी ने पढ़ने के लिए मना कर दिया। फिर मैडम ने मेरा मम्मी को बहुत समझाया, फिर मेरा मम्मी पढ़ने के लिए हाँ कर दिया। फिर मैं बाल विकास धारा में पढ़ने लगा। जैसे मैं पढ़ना लिखना सीखा, मैडम ने मुझे सरकारी स्कूल तीसरी कक्षा में एडमिशन करवा दिया। अब मैं चौथी कक्षा में हूँ। अब मुझे पढ़ना लिखना बहुत अच्छा लगता है। मैं बड़े होकर फौज में जाऊँगा और देश की रक्षा करूँगा।
Well, it's time for another short break on the Changemakers. On the other side, we take a look at how Tetra Pak has managed to make its environmental sustainability initiatives a huge success. Stay with us on CNBC TV18.
The Changemakers in association with CNBC TV18.
Welcome back to The Changemakers exclusively on CNBC TV18. Making a positive impact on the environment requires the commitment of all stakeholders, starting from waste pickers to citizens. Tetra Pak's collaborative approach in bringing these stakeholders together has resulted in the recycling of over 50% of used cartons. Take a look.
Tetra Pak's value chain approach is what makes its environmental sustainability initiative a success. From raising awareness about waste segregation at source to improving the lives of waste pickers across the country, Tetra Pak's initiatives cover it all. And the last stakeholder in this value chain is the recycler, who ensures that all the collected cartons are converted into useful products, converting waste into wealth. Through 4 different recyclers, the used cartons can be recycled into paper and polyaluminium, or the entire carton can be heat compressed into chipboards.
We work on our, of course, the creating more and more end products which can be useful for end customers. Like for example, we have developed pallets which are used specifically for storage of food grains, which have become an excellent replacement for wood and plastic pallets. Similar way, we have been able to replace plywood in the seating application in most of the 3-wheeler in India, which is helping us create more and more vast markets and create more awareness about recycling and recycled products in India.
Association with Tetra Pak started in the year 1983, and for more than 30 years now we have been supplying the board to Tetra Pak. We also are a customer for Tetra Pak for our Be Natural range of juices, where the board that we supply to Tetra Pak is converted into cartons for filling up the Be Natural juices to be supplied to the various people. At the end of it, the cartons need to be collected and recycled. Otherwise, it will pose a big problem of waste disposal. So this is the association that we have with Tetra Pak, which is started of collecting the cartons and recycling it back to make board again. Recycled board is what we supply to various multinationals like Colgate, Hindustan Lever, Tatas for packaging tea, food products, medicines, toothpaste, toothbrushes, various kind of consumer goods.
Tetra Pak's ecosystem approach to actively drive recycling works because all stakeholders play an important role. Waste pickers, NGO partners, local municipal bodies, consumers, collection partners and recyclers. Starting ahead of the curve, Tetra Pak has been strengthening this ecosystem for 16 years. And it is because of this collaborative and consistent approach that today more than 50% cartons sold in India are recycled. Renowned research institute TERI has been tracking and validating the impact of Tetra Pak's efforts since 2011.
Every time we have done this study, the percentage of recycling has become better. It is worthwhile looking at why has it become better. And I think there are 2 parts. One is information and awareness. People know how to dispose of their UBCs. People know that it is now easier to get the money. Rack pickers know it's easier to get the money. The key issue is that when consumers and municipal bodies have worked together with the consumer, the change happens. You have seen Bangalore and Mysuru with 100% recycling rates. That's because of the very close relationship with the local governments. So it tells us that this is possible.
With these initiatives, Tetra Pak is bringing alive its brand promise of protects what's good, protecting food, protecting people and communities, and protecting the future of our country and our planet. It has been 16 years of hard work to get here, and the momentum continues.
Well, that's a wrap for today. Next week, we'll bring you some more unique and inspiring stories of organizations that are committed to the cause of pursuing the UN's Sustainable Development Goals and are catalyzing development in the country through their CSR activities. Do join us again next week. Until then, thanks for joining us. Goodbye.
The Changemakers, in association with CNBC TV18. Focus, ideate, innovate, enable.